What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Gmia back in the house, man. For everybody that watched the NFL draft, I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was pretty good, man. It was good to see Jadeveon Clowney go #1, even though his name pisses me off, but it's something we have to deal with. As far as I don't know what the fuck people are thinking about when they're naming their kids, but whatever a fucking Jadeveon is, I guess we got to deal with it. You could have just named him John. If you were fucking confused and you had no idea what the fuck was going on, you could have just named him John. Basic shit. If he didn't play football, he would have been fucking working at McDonald's. And listen, nobody is going to be hiring a man named Jadeveon. Like, if my doctor's name is Jadeveon, I'm not going to see that motherfucker. That's just the way I feel about it. But that's not even my point. My point is this. For those of you who don't know, Michael Sam was drafted 249th, I believe. Was that what it was? I don't really give a shit. I believe it was 249th. I could be wrong. I'm coming off of a fucking crazy binge of alcohol yesterday with Mother's Day. But the bottom line is this. Why is this man... I don't care about the peck. Like, for those of you who don't know, he's the first openly gay college athlete to be drafted into the NFL. I believe I'm correct with that based on all the research I've done before I'm speaking about it right now. Okay, that's all fine. And I've seen people get drafted and kiss their significant others. I've seen that. I understand that. Why the fuck are they playing with cake and doing it to an excessive degree? Like, listen, I'm not saying that you can't celebrate. I'm saying that even if I saw heterosexual couples doing the same shit, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, listen, bro, nobody wants to see this stupid shit. This man and his boyfriend can't just do the peck. Like, I was fine with the peck. Like, the Rams called him. The Rams said, okay, yo, bro, listen, we need you to chase buttholes. I mean, chase the quarterback on our team. We're going to draft you as a left end, right end, whatever, take it in the end, whatever it is. Okay, that's all fine. Him and his boyfriend are standing there. He gives his boyfriend a peck. I'm like, all right, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I've seen, heterosexual athletes do that. Quick peck, no tongue kiss, no nothing. But then they cut away from it and cut back to it, and they're fucking throwing cake at each other like what the fuck? Why are you doing that? Listen, you know what it is? It's okay to be who you are. But when you have a problem with the way people are going to be receptive to you in the most masculine sport, and I'm not saying that there are not other homosexuals in the NFL currently. All I'm saying is that it's a reason why they don't show that they're homosexuals in the NFL. It's the most masculine sport. Why are you throwing cake in your boyfriend's face and you guys are having a fucking cake fight? Listen, tolerance is one thing. And the thing that pissed me off is that people were comparing it to, segregation and all this shit like that. Listen, you can hide being a homosexual. But when you walk out your door and you're a black African-American Negro, you can't hide that shit. And that's what the people had to deal with at the time for however many years, 400 or whatever it was. Because at one point or another, all ethnicities, all cultures were slaves. The African-Americans were the most recent. Right after the Jews, that almost went through a genocide. Listen, you can't compare those type of things to a homosexual breaking the barrier into the NFL. I'm sorry. When you have people being beaten to a pulp for just the color of their skin, you don't even get to hide the fact that you're black. You don't even get to hide that. You know what I'm saying, bro? You could paint yourself white, whatever like that. Somewhere or another, they're going to know you're a black man. You're going to get fucked up. That's what they had to go through. That's what those people fought for. That's what it was about. And I understand the LGBT, and I understand what they're representing. They're trying to make people understand that if people are different, it's okay, and to make everybody understand that they're still human beings. I understand all that. And I support their movement. I support what they're doing. But I'm just saying, you can't do more than what a heterosexual does when they're drafted. And also, you can't compare these two situations of segregation with this situation right here of him coming to the NFL. It's not the same thing. You can't compare it to what the Jews went through. It's not the same thing. It just doesn't make sense. Listen, all it is is that the times are changing. And my problem with this whole big thing, like the same thing with Jason Collins. Like, why is that the only thing that's being played? You know how many times I've seen this man kiss his boyfriend since the shit happened when he was drafted? You know how many times I've seen this man throw cake in his boyfriend's face on ESPN? Like, bro, I understand. Okay, you're breaking the movement. You know what I'm saying? It's happening. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about that. If you don't want everybody to view it as such a big issue, don't publicize it like this. Just make it happen, and that's it. You can't be mad at people that are homophobic and are writing crazy-ass tweets because that's all they're fucking seeing. The same way when Donald Sterling's story broke, that's all everybody's been talking about because that's all the media is putting out there. You can't be mad that people are talking about what is being put out there. That's the issue. I'm just telling you on behalf of me, because I tell you guys again, you know what I'm saying? As a Jamaican man, I was raised a certain way. From Jamaica all the way to the US, you were raised a certain way. Batiman for dead. That's a fucking, that's a general fucking teaching. But I had to educate myself about the situation and make myself understand that it's not right to just hate anyone for what they are. That's what I had to do. And if you're trying to encourage the country to do the same thing, you can't promote something that's so, you know, it should be irrelevant at this point. Being a homosexual shouldn't be so, you know, so highly acclaimable. Like, bro, okay, he was drafted 249th. I've only seen Jadeveon Clowney, Blake Bortles, you know what I'm saying? The offensive tackle that was drafted second. I've only seen those guys like probably twice. I've seen Michael Sam all fucking night since the shit started. Like, bro, how many times you gonna throw cake in your boyfriend's face? Like, what the fuck? And like I said, I would be saying the same thing about a heterosexual couple. And that's the problem. Everybody gets upset. Oh, he's a homophobe. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's not the issue. For some other people, it may be. Not for me. Absolutely not for me. But I'm just trying to explain why people feel the way they feel. You can't do that. And that's what the issue is. People have to understand. You can't go excessive. Not even heterosexuals do it. So you doing it, it's like, what the fuck? So now he gets a pass to do that because he's the first openly gay athlete coming out of college to the NFL. It doesn't make sense. Like, listen, kiss your boyfriend. The kiss is fine. Like, yo, what's up? Let's go. Move on. All the excess shit for ratings and shit like that, that's what creates all the ignorance. Because the more the media puts it out there, oh, this and that, oh, that's why people they get enraged. You know what I'm saying? If you want it to be the norm, we have to take the attention off of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, it's so normal that Jadeveon Clowney was drafted number 1 that we only saw him like once or twice. Fucking Johnny Manziel, who is considered the second coming of Jesus to most people, he didn't even get that much airplay because all they're showing is Michael Sam. Meanwhile, for those who don't know, the St. Louis Rams have one of the most beastly defensive lines in the NFL. He might not even fucking play. He might be on special teams. He might not even fucking make the team. So why is all this attention being brought? It's all in order for everybody to understand that homosexuality is okay. It's normal. We, pretty much this is the way it is. They're human beings. It's a decision that they make, or whichever way the doctors say that some people are born with it. Whatever it is, it's not the same way anymore. People understand what's going on. People educate themselves the way that I did and understand. Listen, this is their way of life. What they do in the privacy of their own home is their business. If a heterosexual man gets fucking drafted and he does the same thing, like he starts throwing cake at his wife and all kind of shit like that, they wouldn't even show it. It'd be like, yo, what the fuck are these idiots doing? But because Michael Sam is a homosexual, they're showing this man fucking throwing cake with his boyfriend. All I'm trying to explain is this. You have to understand how you promote something. If you want to make it so that he's just another NFL athlete, it has to be displayed as such. If you don't display it like that, how can you be mad at ignorance? Because you're right now, the way that it's being shown, it's like, okay, you could do this. You could come out, you could be a homosexual and just start throwing cake in your boyfriend's face during the draft day, even though we don't know how the team is going to be receptive to it, even though we don't know how, like, bro, I'm not saying to change what you are. And like I said, if you do a vote, 99% of the people at this point in 2014 can understand the kiss, because most people just give you, you give your significant other a peck, whatever like that. That's fine. All the crying and shit like that, okay, that's fine. People are emotional. But everything else after that, you don't need to record that and just have the shit running 24/7. What about the fucking people that were also drafted and were that happy? Nobody else was throwing fucking cake in each other's faces. That's all I'm saying. If somebody else was doing this and this was the norm and he did it, I would say, okay, fuck it. He's just doing what everybody else does. But you can't come in there and start doing shit like that. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like fucking, like what's that dude's name? I forgot the dude's name. I can't remember what the name of it was. What the fuck was his name? I can't remember the guy's name. But let's just say, for hypothetical purposes, since people want to compare apples and oranges, let's just say the first African American to get into the NFL. Let's just say the first one. I don't remember his name. The first one when they were first allowed to join the NFL. Let's just say he gets, he's allowed to come in and he just comes out and pulls his dick out. Right on TV, like, yo, what's up? You know the myth? All black guys got big dicks. Here we go. That shit didn't happen. They were just allowed to get in. They came in quiet. You know what I'm saying? Did what they had to do. And just played. Yeah, off the field of doing crazy shit like that. They didn't come out and change the way that people came in. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know what, bro? This is what's been going on. Dudes got big dicks out here. Let me just throw my dick out real quick. We didn't do that. The fucking community did not do that. So you can't accept this. That's what I'm saying. And then you're going to a team. You already got other NFL players doing dumb shit. One guy being fined and all this shit like that. Listen, you have to educate yourselves. And that's what I strive to try to tell the people that take the time out to listen to what I have to say. Because trust me, for me to speak the way that I so eloquently speak right now, I went through a lot of shit. A lot of shit to understand and be able to embrace the fact that people are different and understand that what I was taught was wrong. But I have to also look at the world for what it is. If you're going to allow, this type of thing, and also people are saying that he's a mediocre player. You know what I'm saying? So it's mediocrity that's being rewarded because of whatever. We all know what's going on. I'm just saying that we have to be fair in the way that we present these things. You cannot accept, even the homosexual community, you cannot accept the fact that he came out like that. The same way you guys cannot accept the fact that Irvin Magic Johnson's son wasn't dressed appropriately. You see how the people stood up about that? The homosexual community like, yo, bro, this dude don't match. Somebody has to say, you cannot throw cake in your boyfriend's face because you're taking us back. If you're the first one, you have to represent yourself as such. That is all. One love.